Shanghai is the most expensive city to live in China, so what do apartments look like here and how much do they cost? In this video, we're going to give you a tour of our first apartment here in Shanghai in the northern region, Baoshan. We have since moved, not because we didn't enjoy living in this apartment, but because we needed to relocate area. So let's give you a tour of our 17th floor apartment.
So welcome to our humble abode. Now, the first interesting part about the apartment is the smart lock. Now in England, we're not used to having locks like this, but you're able to access it either through your phone, a 6-digit passcode that can be set, or your fingerprint. In China, that doesn't really mean anything, but I was really impressed with that. And it makes life so much easier when you don't have to think about, oh, have I got my key? Because it's literally just thumbprint, on it goes. So yeah, here we are in our immediate hallway / kitchen. And to the left here, this is meant to be our shoe rack, but unfortunately it's not made for the foreign shoe size because actually none of our shoes fit. So it's become now a hat store. And over to our kitchen. Now everything you see on top of the counter is everything that we've purchased since being here. So nothing was included apart from the washing machine. It does have an extractor fan here, which was included, but unfortunately it didn't have a built-in hob, so we had to buy one. But this one works really well. It's really fast, quite powerful, and there's sockets behind that we can plug in. We've also got an espresso machine, so we can make coffees in the morning. And instead of a typical British kettle, we went for the instant hot water dispenser. If you're in China, you need a rice cooker, and according to this icon, you can bake a cake in it. We also invested in our first ever air fryer. It's been nice having it, especially as you can see, we don't have an oven, so this has become the perfect substitute, and it doesn't take up much space. And like everything on the counter, if we want, we can move it, put it in the cupboards, or we could put it in some shelving unit that we've got further down. So as much as it is functional, there isn't much storage. Personally, I think I'd have preferred to have extending cupboards here to put like plates, food and things like that, because really we've got storage here, but a lot of it's taken up by the water heater and just cleaning stuff, so we can't really store food apart from our bag of rice. Something just doesn't feel right about storing food under your sink. So that's the only thing about this kitchen, is that there isn't much storage. Because initially I thought, oh, well, we've got some storage up here. But then because of the extractor fan, this is our only food storage really in the actual kitchen itself. So because of the lack of storage, we've had to extend our kitchen sort of storage area over here. So we've got our saucepan and frying pan that's sort of living there currently. And this actually, which we wasn't aware until it arrived, it actually came free with the hob. And it's actually a really nice stainless steel pan. So not something that you'd get for free in the UK by any means. So just from the kitchen, we can then show you our bathroom without the bath. So we've got like a walk-in shower, which is sort of cornered off with a curtain, toilet. And then here we've got a sink unit with some shelving underneath where we've been storing our like toilet rolls and things like that. And the mirror also acts as a storage unit as well. Hasn't got much in it, but because there's not much room in the kitchen, we've had to put our fridge here, which kind of works well. This is sort of meant to be our front room sort of sideboard, but actually it's sort of become a bit of food storage / cupboard storage for the front room. So here we've got some soy sauce, some honey, other bits of food, some bowls and plates, and some Quaker oats which haven't been used yet. But what you can see is we've got plenty of glasses. It shows how often we have visited McDonald's, because there's actually one on the complex, which is convenient yet dangerous. But they were running a promotion this month doing their Coca-Cola glasses, which we have in the UK. And I think we actually have every glass in the set. We showed you a little bit over here of the cupboard. Now we haven't really utilised this space, so we've decided to use it as like a bookshelf. And there's some more McDonald's memorabilia. When we were in Bali, we got these little characters. So this is basically me and Emma understanding why we're overweight. So there is some storage. There's also the Wi-Fi. But we also got the table with some chairs, which was included with the apartment. And all the furniture you see in here, actually, our sofa, TV stand, was all included. So the only piece of furniture we actually did buy, if you can call it furniture, is our beanbag. In the photo, it looked a lot bigger than it actually is. So it's, you know, you can sit on it, but I don't know, I could do with a little bit more width, I think, to really indulge in the beanbag experience. But we've also found these on Taobao.
They were all about like £1. They're on this sort of canvas material. There are a lot of cat themed prints on Taobao. We have toast. It's a cat with toast on her face, and cats love eating toast.
I'll take you onto the terrace, but first I want to show you these really funky blinds. You can see there's a blind here, but it's actually inside the glass, so it's sitting in between the two panels. And I just find that really strange. It's a really cool design actually, so it means that they're not exposed, getting dusty or dirty or anything, and you can just pull them up and down like that. So I thought that was really cool. Onto the terrace. This is the glorified dryer. Just finishing off the Shanghai summer, so it's really warm, so there's always the perfect weather for drying your clothes, but it is covered slightly out here. I think we've seen a few balconies that have like a bistro table outside and they sit outside, which is quite nice, but I think it's big enough. So next, onto the bedroom. Being that it's a duplex, we're now on our mezzanine floor, so let's show you our bedroom. Again, all the furniture up here was included with the apartment. So we've got our double bed with bedside table and a desk and chair in the corner. We've also got a window here, which is nice. You've got a lot more light coming in, but again, it's the same view from downstairs from the balcony, just overlooking the complex gardens.
The bed is actually really, really comfortable, and there is a curtain that you can pull across, and it gets really cold because there's an aircon unit. There's actually 3 aircon units in the whole apartment. One is just above the stairs, and when you pull this along, it means it keeps all the cold air in, and it feels really cozy actually. But also I've brought a few bits just to make it feel like home. I managed to fit some stuff in the suitcase, like Hello Kitty. I got this tapestry that I've just hung over the artwork that was already here, and it was really just kind of bland and boring, so I just shoved that on there. Also got lots of little figurines from our travels, like Thailand, Japan, Taiwan, Bangkok, and some postcards and stuff. But next, onto what could be a second bedroom or an office or whatever you want, really.
Probably doesn't do it justice on camera, but there is a fair bit of room here. So I reckon there's enough for like a double mattress if you needed it. But the good thing about this area is there's a lot of storage. Now we've got this sort of wardrobe unit with shelves and some drawers. But in here, you've got a fair bit of wardrobe space. So these are my clothes. But then also behind this curtain, we have some more storage. So this is literally all Emma's clothes here.
So it probably doesn't look like I've got that much at the moment because some of it is in the bags. We are leaving here tomorrow and moving to our new apartment. So we'll be able to show you a whole new different apartment next week, but there is a lot of space. Downstairs, the floor space is pretty big.
There's plenty of storage here, so we've got a lot of our luggage. There's also, I've got another large bag here, but these drawers are quite large as well, which is sort of housing our suitcases, which is quite handy. Put that back. Ooh.
There's a back to it.
Put that back in. That's all my nice suitcase all scratched up. But we also purchased this mirror online. Now this actually was around $10. In the UK that would cost you at least $40, maybe even $50. And yeah, so Emma's got her makeup area, which is just like another desk. And yeah, I think it's a really good extra bit of living space.
Before I tell you the price of this apartment, it's worth noting that this included access to a gym, a communal kitchen, a communal sort of space where you could go and hang out, play pool, an indoor theatre where you could go and play films, a tennis court, a basketball court, a green space, shops and restaurants. So there was a lot within the complex, and it was actually a really nice place to live. It had everything you could possibly need within walking distance. And so this apartment cost 6,000 RMB, which translates to about £600. And coming from the UK, that seemed really cheap. In London, you could certainly not rent an apartment for £600. You could maybe rent a room in a shared house, but certainly not an apartment with a gym and facilities included. So we thought it was pretty reasonable, but when we did have a local Chinese friend come over, they said we were paying a lot considering how far out of town it was. So I'd be interested to know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe because we've got 2 more house tours coming. We've moved twice in the last few weeks, and that's why we have been quite quiet again on this channel. It's been very busy. We're now in an apartment that we really hope that we're not going to be leaving. We love it here and can't wait to show you it. So don't forget to hit the like button, hit subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye!